back again because Stray Kids just dropped the full album for The Sound, which, as far as I believe, is their first full-length Japanese album. And this is going to be a long one, you can probably guess, because I am going to do kind of the full album. I'm going to skip The Sound because I have already reacted to the music video. And if you want to see my initial reaction for The Sound, it's up on the channel. I enjoyed it very, very much. And yeah, there's a lot of songs here. I managed to avoid spoilers, of course, ignoring the fact that I've heard the Korean versions of several of the songs. But I haven't heard the Japanese versions of any of them, so it's still going to be pretty new for me. And yeah, I'm not going to make the intro too much longer, because this is going to be a long video. So we're going to take them in order, and we're skipping The Sound. So that means we are starting out with Battleground. First of all, if you haven't seen me use these before, I am pulling up a color-coded lyric video. I do know that they are not always completely dependable when it comes to actually knowing who sings what. So sometimes it's not that accurate. But luckily for me, I feel like the voices in Stray Kids are very easy to distinguish from one another. So I feel like that won't be a problem. It's worse when it's a new group I don't really know as well. But I'm mostly just using it to get the lyrics. And yeah, with Battleground, I have a feeling either it's going to be another power song like The Sound, or this could be like a very heart-wrenching, I could see it being a love song, but maybe I'm just biased from that old Jordan Sparks song called Battlefield. That was a love song. I don't know. Let's check it out. Hold on. Okay, we're taking that once more. Okay. Yeah, you need to get used to this. I usually pause a lot. So if you can't deal with that, you might as well leave, because I am probably gonna pause a lot. So it's definitely going to be a power song. No. We're taking that back. Iron? Oh my god. If you've watched my previous videos, like over the past few months, regardless of what band I have been reacting to, you know that I am a sucker for a good low register vocal, especially because Ian usually gets higher vocals, and he can definitely do it, and he does it well. I'm not saying that at all, but he does seem pretty comfortable in the lower range. So seeing him actually get to be there, I believe it was in Levanter, he got to go down there as well. I love it. I wish the music industry as a whole would begin to appreciate lower vocals more, so it's not all just high notes and high pitch. Because not everyone can follow along to that, and yeah, just seeing some lower vocal representation, and not just in the way they usually do with Felix, because I feel like the way it is with Felix and other bands who have like one, maybe two deeper voiced members, they use it as a sort of contrast to the rest of the group. So it's more like a little sprinkle here and there, and that's not a bad thing necessarily at all. But it's very nice that people like Ian also gets to go a little lower, especially when a lot of the other voices in the group are a little bit higher. Also, not all of Felix's lines are actually necessarily that deep. It's just because his voice is deep. He's not necessarily singing low notes or always. His voice is just naturally deep, so it feels like he's singing lower than he actually is. So yeah, I just love the representation, and we're just gonna take it once more because that was. He sounds so much more grown like that. I actually believe what some of what Felix sang here was actually a little bit higher note-wise than what Ian sang, but it sounded about the same because Felix's voice is naturally deep, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Okay. And we don't know what to say. Lino actually has a good amount of lines in this. I love that. Okay. That song is awesome. I love it. Oh, that rock feel. Ah. Now that I think about it, I believe this may actually have been the closest thing I got to spoiler. Maybe. I saw somebody on Twitter actually, now that I think about it, mentioned something about Battleground being a sister to Awaken, which makes sense to me. It's the rock feel. It's the rock feel, but personally, I think I prefer this one compared to Awaken. And that's not saying I don't like Awaken, because I really like Awaken. But I think I would just gravitate towards putting this on rather than Awaken. But oof, okay. Love the rock feel. I love that some of them got to showcase a little more of the gritty vocals. Just an all over great song. Oh god. And I love that Lino got a decent amount of lines here, because I feel like he usually only gets a couple. And he got to show both low and high registers, same with Ian. It was lovely. Also seeing Felix not just being used, as I mentioned, as a contrast, as a little statement piece in the song. He actually got several lines here, and I love that. So, next up we have Lost Me. And it's another color-coded lyric, same disclaimer as before. I'm pretty sure I haven't even heard anybody mention this one, so we're just gonna jump in. It sounds like it could be a ballad. Let's see. Oh, Felix opening the song. Shit. Ooh. Okay. That's a surefire way of knocking me the fuck out. Oh shit. Lino opening the chorus, and then Changbin singing, and oh my. Because for a second I thought the color coded lyric was wrong, but then I could so clearly hear the tone in his voice. And the lyrics were already hitting me. Just. Let's just. was prepared for the emotions to come later in the album. More specifically with Scars, because I know the Korean version. I should have known with this one, just from the title. Oh fuck, it got me bad. Oh, this was such a beautiful song, and I could imagine me just after listening to it a couple of times, of course, just singing along to it. It's beautiful. Wow. And I love that we get some Changbin singing. Wow. He has a beautiful singing voice. Even though it's not like he did vocal gymnastics, but he has a beautiful singing voice, and I loved seeing the vocalists being showcased in this. And shit, I think I need to move on, because let me just compose myself for a second. Next up we have DLMLU. And if you haven't watched my reaction to the sound, I took a shot in the dark as a guess for what that was an anagram for, and it feels a little stupid if it's wrong, but I was guessing "Don't Love Me Like You," and then they used a U instead of a Y for the word "you." But I'm not sure. I don't know what this is, so sure. Let's jump into it. Okay. Some guitar in the beginning here? Maybe. Whoa. I'm sorry, Hyunjin, can we get that again? This was definitely much more sad than what I guessed. I guessed "Don't Let Me Love You," and it's "Don't Love Me Like You," and it's "Don't Let Me Love You." Well, shit. Ooh. Those adlibs. Wow, okay. Okay. I was not ready for that harmony. Just this whole like breakdown here. Oh fuck. Okay. No, we're just gonna take it a little further back because holy shit, this is beautiful. It's definitely very, very, very much a sad, more like desperate song, but wow, it's beautiful. Fuck.
Don't let me love you, don't let me love you. 고와서 많이 고구마된 네게 때꾸래. Don't let me love you, don't let me love you. 이 타미가 히로가 너 많이 네 곁에. Don't let me love you. 그왔으면 이제 내가 세상을 했던 애들 kiss that love. Don't let me love you 이제 그왔으면 이제.
That last fucking chorus? Fuck. Thank you for reminding me how much I love harmonies as an emotional tool, because holy fuck, they did it perfectly with this one. I mean, oh my god. Shit, this is a beautiful song, but it's definitely very toxic, and not necessarily that they as the I in the song want to intentionally hurt this person, but they know with the state they are in at this moment, they can only hurt their partner by being with them. And sometimes unfortunately sometimes that's the way it goes. It doesn't mean that you're not meant for each other or that you don't fit, but sometimes you need to take care or deal with your own shit first, and that can really hurt. Having to divide on the stance of I need to get my shit together and then come back to you, but at the same time with no expectation that the other person will be there waiting once you've sorted your stuff out. Ooh. Oh god, that hurt. Let me just... Does it say anything here? Yeah, of course. I was just gonna check out who the hell wrote this. Of course it's Hyunjin. The same guy behind Love Untold. Of course it's him. It makes so much sense. Oh shit. And now I'm just checking the ones I've already heard who actually wrote them. And Lost Me is Changbin. Wow. Okay. And Battleground is Banchan and Changbin and Han. So all three Racha. Makes sense, I believe. Yeah, sure. Next up we have Novel. Written by Sungbin. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, let's please let this be a happier one, because these past two just hit me hard. Okay, novel. Sounds like I don't know. I don't want to guess because I've been wrong on almost every count. So, well, it already sounds happier. So, ooh. That's quite a jump in notes in the beginning of the chorus. I noticed it with Sungmin in the first chorus as well. It's an octave jump. Jesus. That's a mean one to start a chorus on, but if they can do it, peace with let them have it. But I love listening to octave jumps. I hate singing them. And just starting up the chorus, I think that's mean. I'm sorry. It's still so new to me. Felix singing in a higher register and not using his deeper voice. So the fact that he comes on just with that and it's not harmonized with like an octave pitch of him singing deep at the same time. Oh, it makes me happy, but it also kind of makes me scared that they're not going to perform this live. I don't know. It may just be from what I have seen, but he doesn't seem as comfortable with singing in that range live. He did sing that range live at one of the concerts in Australia. I don't know what song he was singing, but he asked to get some auto-tune on the microphone as an effect, and that's kind of a way of shying away from it. I hope he gets comfortable singing there because it sounds very beautiful when he sings in that range.
してでしょう誰かを好きになるほども願いたみますいつか出会った時すぐにわか出会った
Oh, that flip was beautiful. Okay. This was actually everything I hoped the song would be. I said at the beginning, before I played the song, that I wasn't gonna make any guesses because I feel like I've been wrong this whole video, and only made stupid guesses. But when I saw the title novel, I was hoping for, not expecting, but hoping for a love song. I didn't expect it to be literally novel romance. And like I love that. Oh, like as I read a lot, and as a reader I'm a sucker for a good love story. Not a forced one, not one that's unnecessarily there, but for a good one. Oof, I'm a sucker for that, and having a song that's just about a novel love story, or having a love story like the ones in the novels. Sungmin. Jesus, I love this. This was so beautiful. Oh god. And just what I needed to get me out of the emotional rut the last two brought me into. And now we're gonna have some fun again, because now it's case 143, the Japanese version. I've heard small bits of it on TikTok from when Stray Kids did sort of a TikTok challenge, like duet this video kind of thing, on the Japanese TikTok. But that's it. And then a clip of Han, who the other day by accident started out singing the first line of the song in Japanese instead of Korean. But that's it. I don't feel it's much of a spoiler when I already know the song, but know it in Korean. But sure, it looks like there's a fun little animated music video. Oh, okay, it's actually just the music video animated. That's fun. It freaks me out that they all have the same face, just different outfits.
Why do I keep getting attracted? You cut up like magnet. I cannot explain this reaction. Can it 9143? Why do I keep getting attracted? Keep me that I cannot explain this emotion. 1, 4, 3, I love you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I wanna send my code to you. 8 letters is all it takes, and I'm gonna let you know. Oh. You got me losing patience. emotion. Never feel the right course. Can't tell why. Rolling in the deep inside my head. You got me bad. Moving on my way. Why do I keep getting attracted? magnet. I cannot explain this reaction. 혹하니 9143. Why do I keep getting attracted? Keep me that I cannot explain this emotion. 1, 4, 3, I love you. In my mind, in my kiki. Give me one, ain't no phones. Kokoro nakamata repeat. Looking next to you, but I'm falling. 사랑이 후카쿠 오보래. You're pulling me deeper and deeper. I try to get out, but I can't stop. Can I be the one? Yeah, I'll be the one. 도덕하나 구태모 아니 no 마마 조센. 우고 같은 날이 무슨 나이 나 도매. Moving, I'm on my way. Why do I keep getting attracted? Keep me that I cannot explain this emotion. 1, 4, 3, I love you. Why do I keep getting attracted? He got up like magnet. I cannot explain this reaction. I'm gonna let you know that I'm just gonna go and hold you so never letting go. I'm gonna let you know that I'm just gonna go. Never letting go. Oh, I cannot explain this emotion. 1, 4, 3, I love you.
Okay, so it's including the end scene. That's kind of fun. Oh, Jesus Christ. They have the face as well. Okay. That was a fun little video. I like that they animated the actual full music video. Even though the face creeped me out. The fact that they all had the same face. I like the Japanese version. I will say I probably don't like it as much as the original. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm one of those weirdos, apparently, who listen to both Japanese and Korean versions of songs. I usually have a preference for one or the other. But I do listen to both versions. So, like, Fam, I listen to in both Korean and Japanese. The same thing with Circus, and listen to both the Korean and English versions of Domino and Double Knot. So to me, it doesn't really matter. To me, the different language versions have different feels. So depending on my mood, I'm gonna gravitate towards one or the other. Next up, we have another one that's not completely new to me. And that is Chill, Japanese version. And I really enjoyed the Korean version. It was such a cool vibe. And the original was written by Han, so I'm guessing he's the one who wrote the lyrics for this one as well. Yeah, he is. So sure, let's go with Chill. Oh. Suddenly dawned on me that I'm not sure if they ever in the Korean version say the word chill. The title is actually in Korean, it's Shukyo. So the title is going to be completely different and the chorus is going to be completely different. Okay. Fair? Let's... Okay. Not mad about it. Okay, that works really well as a substitute for Control. Ooh. Okay. They did so well with this. Of course, I can't speak to any of the lyrical content because I'm not fluent in Korean and I'm not fluent in Japanese, so I can't say anything about whether lyrically it's a good translation. But I will say they managed to keep the same vibe, the same feel in the song, and some of the same rhyme sounds, which I really really appreciate because as somebody who doesn't really speak the language, that is one of the things you catch on to, especially like vowel sounds. So I really appreciate that. This is great. I love this. And now we're going back in the fields, and it's a music video. I haven't watched the music video for this. It's Scars, but I have listened to the Korean version of the song so much, and it's such a deeply emotional song. Like Lino's line in the chorus takes me out every single time in the Korean version. And I know the translation is different in the Japanese version because it usually is, because direct translation just don't work. They won't fit. So the lyrics are probably going to be different, and I'm not going to get the lyrics here. I can see, as always with Stray Kids and their Japanese music videos. But I'll just say that if I think about before today, think about a line from a Stray Kids song that hit me directly in my feelings, and actually when I saw the translation of the lyrics the first time, I cried. As in bawled my eyes out. It was Lino's line in the chorus, combined with Hans, but Lino's really just gut punch. And I have no idea what this music video could be, because it's such an emotional song. I'm a little bit scared because the last emotional song I reacted to a music video of from them was Lonely Street. And that hurt. So, cheers. Let's get into it.
I never cry because I know that I'll never change. 人知れぬ場所耐えただ立ち尽くす何度も倒れそうになるけど一人手を伸ばし一人立ち上がる
I wasn't expecting it to have choreography. Wow.
パッカドの前ガラスこの声この傷跡全部まるでタトゥーさらけ出して全てを見せるそれが全てと投げ出したくなる日も避けず何やっても構わず let go 倒れても倒れても
Dancing is stunning.
Because I know that it'll never change 人知れぬ場所耐えただ立ち尽くす何度も倒れそうになるけど一人手を伸ばし
Okay, Sungmin's solo dancing.
くじけそうな心胸に叫ぶほど誰か見てくれているだろうこの痛み癒してくれるだろう yeah. 分けまで I turn on the lights そう止まらない目の先に光る未来へ向かう We never give up 僕なら大丈夫突き進んで傷つくことこの心に変わりはない進む先また涙流しても強く手を握り向かう明日へと忘れてた笑顔また取り戻して上向いて walk 眩しいほど My scars I will show it all
As emotional as I am right now, can we just appreciate the dance Raja center here? Because, oh Jesus Christ, I can barely talk. Whew. And if you see me mouthing along in the parts that are in Japanese here, I am mouthing along to the Korean lyrics because I remember them kind of. I've listened, as I said, I listened to it a lot. And it's remembering those lyrics that's making me very emotional. Beautiful dance break. Okay. I really appreciate that it is such a beautiful video. Really visually stunning video, and the styling and the sets. It was very simple but very, very effective. It was very very beautiful. But holy fuck, that song gets me in the feels. Especially when I don't have anything else to do while listening to it. Then it really just seeps in and hits home. I really, really love this song. Korean or Japanese, I love the song. Oh, fuck. I believe it's an underrated favorite of mine, to be honest. Next up, okay. This is apparently one that has kind of been at least performed before, because I found an old performance video for this from a year ago, and it's Surikun, Japanese version. And yes, I say Surikun and not Thunderous, because specifically for this version they have called it Surikun, and not Thunderous. They chose to write out Surikun in Japanese letters, which confused me a lot. Once again, if you haven't seen my reaction to the sound, I checked the track list, and this was the only song that was written in Japanese characters, but at the same time said Japanese version at the end. So I went to Google Translate, and just seeing the romanization of the letters, I could just see, oh, Surikun, that it's Thunderous. So yeah. I don't believe I've actually ever heard the Japanese version of Thunderous. I don't think so. But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy it because I really like Thunderous, and hope it can't be that bad. I heard people complaining about God's Menu, the Japanese version, and I listened to it, and it is kind of weird. So yeah, hopefully this one isn't. Ooh, okay.
Dirty. Why you mad? Why you sad? Why you tick tick tick? I don't get you. 何も知らぬ奴らマジで単純完全違うレベル今日揺らす監修 Listen up 気になる全てまとめて吐き捨てろ邪魔する奴ら前にこの血がたぎる皆が裏や姿に刺さる視線
Someone needs to get some more credit for his dancing. it may have been released a year ago, but this was definitely Jesus. I apologize. I haven't noticed how dark it had gotten. That helps a little bit. I'm sorry. It's probably been dark for a long time. I'm sorry. But yeah, even though it was released a year ago, it's pretty clear that it was filmed around the Thunderous era. Just from the hairstyles and colors on all of them. It was a really cool performance video, actually. I really enjoyed it, and I don't mind the Japanese version. The only funky part for me was the "Here We Come Now" Felix part, and also when Shunshin did it right after, because it didn't really fit. The amount of syllables as compared to the original felt off. But other than that, it was actually pretty good. I'm actually really impressed with this. So yeah, we only have one song left, and that is There. Let's see. There. There, written by Changbin and Langchan. Okay. And that was the one they actually had released a visual teaser for. So I kind of do know a little bit for there. I know they released a visual teaser. I know the visual teaser is the POV style, like Your Eyes was. Because I saw some stays kind of poking fun at Stray Kids for being in their quote unquote One Direction era, more specifically the You and I era, and I actually really appreciated that reference as a former huge Directioner. Because I remember when You and I came out, and they, just like what I've seen with Your Eyes, it divided the oceans quite a bit. Like the reactions were either love it or hate it. There was no like meh. It was either love it or I'm wildly uncomfortable with this. So we're probably going to get another one of those. And one other thing I know from this, I haven't heard anything, like heard any of the song, but I know that they, for the first time in God knows how many years, used the word girl to refer to the person they're singing to or about. So yeah, that's gonna be different. Sure, let's jump into it. Okay, we're ending on a ballad, it seems.
Oh, I think of you. I only fall for you. Feels like a never-ending waterfall.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still a fool. I look up at the stars all day and night. 'Cause I know you're waiting, I'll be right there. 一人で見上げる星の夜空、星を見つけては自慢し合ってた。あの頃とはもう違って今日の空は今の僕を物語るよ。冷たく寂しい風が吹いて、海は色を失ってく。でも青く光る思い出はどんな波にも流されない。I'm thinking about you, girl.君が
Okay. There it is. I actually wasn't expecting it to be in the chorus. if it was just once in the verses, you could maybe ignore it. Um, and no, it's not a big huge thing. It's just yeah, it maybe just makes some says feel excluded from the song. I'm not gonna dive too deep into it because it isn't personally affecting me, so I'm not the one who should be speaking on it. But it does feel like a weird choice to do all of a sudden when they've